Superskum.com. This is Carlos Reale. I'm here with Brian from Red Fang. Thank you so
Hello.
much, man, for giving us a little bit of your time, letting us bug you with a few questions. Basically, right now, you've been touring your asses off, like we were discussing before. You've done, well, you're still touring for the release Murder the Mountains. Came out April 2011. You guys did the Metal Alliance Tour, the Mayhem Festival, the Mastodon Tour. You went to Europe. You did a small U.S. tour. You're doing this tour right now with Black Tusk, and next week you're going back to Europe again.
Yes.
So you have been touring your asses off. But how has all this touring been? How has it affected the band? I mean, you know, in a positive way, like as far as the fan reaction, fan base growing. What are your impressions from all the past 2 years for the band?
I would say that it's working out. It's good. You know, I've been touring my whole life, so, well, my adult life anyway, so to have people show up to shows is something else, you know, and it's nice. And it's nice to see that, yeah, our crowds are getting bigger. And
Fangers, right?
Yeah, right. So, yeah, it's exciting, you know. I guess the only downside is that it's difficult to write music for us on the road, so I look forward to in next spring taking a break and just planning, you know, preparing to go to the studio.
Oh, good, yeah, because you are actually doing 2 new songs, but on the set, right? As far as the new material.
Yes, we are.
So you said writing is coming up, and a new album planned for next year, I guess?
Yeah, we're shooting
Somewhere
for
around
September, October release,
Okay.
hopefully.
All these festivals, all these different bands that you've toured with, opened for, and well, you headline, of course, in the other tours. How do you think it has affected the nomenclature of your fan base? You know, you're getting really popular right now the last couple of years. How do you see the nomenclature of the fan base within all these mixed metal genres, shows that you played or tours that you've been included in, and at the same time, you know, but what do you think you attribute it to as far as the popularity of the band?
I don't know. I mean, I guess people like the music. I'd like to think that, but I don't know. I mean, I think our fans are for a long time have been guys like us. You know, mid to late 30s, and you know, kind of grew up listening to the same kind of stuff we did. So I think that we can. For a long time, I felt like we could really relate to our fans. They listened to the same records we did. But now I feel like we're playing more all ages shows tonight. We're playing the Bluebird. It's 16 and up, and you're seeing younger faces. So I think that touring, as well as the videos, you know, I think they're getting out there farther and playing with the different bands. But I think we are winning over some fans from the bands we've had a chance to play with. So it's working out. It's great, you know, and it is nice to see young people out there, because forever it was, you know, just a bunch of fat dudes, you know, just like me. It's like, man, it's like, look at a mirror with 1,000 facets to it. But it's exciting that it seems like it's getting more diverse.
Yeah, and it's also a challenge, I guess, you know, playing in front of so many different fans of so many different genres. You know how it is sometimes. A lot of metal fans will like more of this, more of that.
Right.
But, you know, you've grown in popularity, which shows a very positive trend for the band, of course, and
yeah,
the live energy and the live
even
shows.
When we first began, you know, I think we played shows and we'd be booked with some pretty extreme metal bands, and I was like, oh, their fans are not gonna get us, and occasionally that's the case, but by and large, people find something that they can enjoy in our set, even if it's not what they normally enjoy. You know.
Any other video ideas that you're considering right now? Could you possibly, or are you possibly releasing a 3rd video for Murder the Mountains album?
Well, Whitey, thank you. I was like, I don't say that. He just released, or he just put together a video of live footage, mostly from our Russian dates, and synced it up to Dirt Wizard. So it's like it's the audio from the album, but it's live footage. So, and it looks great. You know, it's not what people expect as far as you know, his other 3 videos that he did for us. But it's really well done, and I'm you know, so that's exciting to have sort of breathe new life into the record again. Obviously, we've been touring on it a long time, so getting people to look at it again is good. You know.
Great success, of course. Are you still sticking with Whitey for the
yeah,
next videos?
you know, well, I mean, is he sticking with us? Is the question. I mean, we basically we wait by the phone, and hopefully it rings, and he's got a great idea, and we go and do it. You know, I mean, he's a really busy guy, so
yeah, he's done
if
if
he's got an idea,
things,
I at this point trust him. It's like, if you want to do it, let's do it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Hopefully he comes up with an idea and has the time, and we have the time, and we can do another one. I'd love to.
You had the Murder in the Mountains pizza picture disc.
Yeah.
Released back in June. Basically, it's a special edition LP that it's actually being served right now in Portland, right?
Yeah, I think there is some. Is it what he's selling a pizza that has the record in it?
Well, it's kind of funny because Matt Jacobson, of course, the owner of Relapse, he started the label here in Denver. Actually, in his parents' basement in Aurora, right here.
Oh, okay.
And, well, he has 2 pizza joints over there in Portland. They're called Sizzle Pie.
Right. They're delicious.
And they are supposedly selling the Red Fang pizza.
Oh,
That's on the LP, but so does your pizza actually include the name of the band in bacon?
I don't know about that. This has happened since I've been on tour, so I don't know. I mean, I know that there was I think for Music Fest Northwest happened, and he made specialty pizzas for, I think, all of the Relapse bands that were doing
Nice.
Music Fest. So that may have just been a special. I don't know if it's on the permanent menu. I would doubt it, but it's possible. I don't know. I'll have to find out. I love that pizza. So.
And you get a picture LP out of it. So
yeah,
there you go. At the same time, another venture that you had was the Red Fang Murder the Mountains Ale.
Yeah.
Right? You, you obviously like beer, and your band has a pretty good connection with beer, as we see in the videos. We're drinking beer here right now, of course. And then, basically, that was at the Roadburn Festival in the Netherlands that you released that specific, and it was a Dutch Amber Ale. So, of course, do you think this beer truly embodies the band, since I see you more of a PBR guys?
Honestly, the brewer.
And how did it happen as well? Yes,
of course. The brewer was interested in doing a Murder the Mountains special edition beer for I believe it was for Roadburn. So
the festival,
the Roadburn edition of beer. So he basically brought us down samples of the beer that he already produced, and that was the one that we all agreed that we enjoyed the most. So it's not as though he brewed a special beer specifically for Red Fang, but it was delicious beer, and it was cool. The packaging was really nice, so that was neat. And I don't know, maybe 1 out of 3 clubs on that tour would actually let us sell it. Which, see, I mean, you'd never see that in the States.
Sold out?
We probably got rid of most of them. I'm sure what was left over we just gave to our driver. Because, I mean, I think a couple of guys brought some home, but it's just difficult to travel with liquids.
Yes, of course.
So,
let alone sell it over here with,
right.
liquor
Well,
licenses.
I mean, I would have loved to have some as keepsakes, but I didn't get any, so. C'est la vie. I have a picture of it somewhere.
There's some out there, of course.
Yeah,
some bottles are left. Yeah. Going back to the band and the band history, it was founded in 2005. Basically, you released your first 2 EPs as your first album, and the second album last year. So aside from this, and aside from the Party Time connection, if you want to talk about that as well, what were the origins of the band? How did the 4 of you actually end up in Red Fang?
Party Time was a big part of it.
3 of you were in
David,
it, yes.
David, John, and I were in Party Time, along with our buddies Jeremy and Walsh and Mike Hygis. And that band was around for about 3.5 years, and it dissolved. I moved down to San Diego to be with my girlfriend. And while I was in San Diego, I was trying to start bands. I was very frustrated. I played with a lot of really talented musicians, or tried, and just nothing seemed to stick, or the schedules weren't right, or whatever. So Aaron started playing with David and John, and they came up with 5 or 6, fairly well-formed, song ideas. So they sent them to me, and I thought they were terrific. And it had been a year, and my girlfriend, I think, could see it in my eyes. She's like, "You want to move back to Portland and be in that band?" I'm all, "Yes, I do." So anyway, she was awesome, and put everything on hold, and we moved it back up, and I started playing with those guys, and here we are.
More of the band question, if you will. All of you seem to have a great sense of humor, of course. But then, who truly has the best sense of humor, or the most twisted sense of humor? You would say
it really depends on the best. It depends
exactly,
on who you
yeah,
ask.
and the
so it would be
definition.
me, of course.
You guys have pranks? Do you actually do any pranks amongst yourself, the crew, all the stuff? I mean, what do you to keep the fun level up, if you will?
Oh, sure. I mean, I think we pretty much. I think we're probably in a dead heat for the worst sense of humor. We just tell terrible jokes to each other, but you know, we all are of the same mind, so we keep each other laughing. Not too much on pranks, so much really. No. We learned a sort of dumb tour game that we continue to play half-heartedly, but hotel keys. If you can get someone once, because invariably you're gonna leave a hotel with your hotel key. You don't return it ever. I mean to, but I never do. The thing is, if you can get someone to acknowledge the fact that they're being handed the key and take it from you, then they're stuck with it until they can do it to someone else. It's tricky. I'm terrible at it. So I end up with a lot of hotel keys in my pocket.
It's a fun and healthy
I
game.
don't know. Well, yeah. It's no one's crapping in each other's guitar cabinets or anything, you know.
Hey, no, it doesn't have to be that extreme either.
The band wouldn't last very long with crapping our guitar cabinets.
You don't have to go, you know,
right.
Go buy another Impala and just ram shit up either.
Yeah.
So, well, you know, we like to always offer you a chance to go ahead and whatever you want to say to your fans, this is your time. And anything you want to say to them, they're listening.
Stay rad. Thank you very much for being at our shows and stuff. Shazam.
Ryan, man, thank you so much for your time, man. Really appreciate it. All the success, more success even. We can't wait for the new album next year. That's good news for the fans, of course. So we really appreciate your time and Red Fang's time, and wish you the best luck with the rest of the tour and in Europe. And you're doing a mini UK tour as well in there, so it should be pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.